Right, so we're back at it at the pool. See it here, getting drained nicely. Pool guy helping us out. You see the water coming out of it was literally black. It was absolutely disgusting, and I can tell you it really didn't smell very nice either. You can see there one of the steps being seen for the first time in literally years. Looking good, finally getting there. The weather was a bit gross in the morning, but once it cleared up, Grandma came out, saw what was going on. You see there, the walls of the pool are literally black. It was absolutely disgusting. Once it got a bit shallower, got a bit more involved, you can see the pool guy, first one to get in there, cleaning it out, mucking it out. As we carried on, the whole family got involved. You see Dad there helping to move some of this out. I'd also like to give a big shout out to Pool Parts to Go for making this all happen, helping us get rid of all of this absolutely gross stuff that smells so bad. You can see just how much of it we had to take out there. But yeah, come back for part 2. Right, so finally back at it for part 2. Where we left off, we were just starting to clear all this muck out, getting it all clean, sorted out, sucking the last little bits of the water out as it was coming along. Obviously, as we sprayed more water into the pool to clean it up, we had to keep sucking it all out, but, you know, had to be done. You see us spraying down the sides of the pool here, getting it all as clean as we could. Had plenty of power washers, plenty of power. And then, yeah, once it was done, it looked fantastic. All the sides came up way better. Just had to sponge out that last little bit of water that was in the bottom to make sure all the water that went in was clean. Grandma came down to have a little look at her new pool, or her old pool, made new rather. And she was the person who first filled it, so there you go. So, yeah, check back in when it's full.
I think everyone on TikTok loves a good pool restoration video. Well, it's time to dive into ours. Now this pool is in our family, and let's just say it's so gross that even the frogs went out. I think he's the only one that's not happy about us cleaning it. Right off the bat, the pool pump was down, so we had to drain it with a small electric pump that took days. Since it was taking so long to drain, I used that as time to get the junk and leaves out of the pool. Slowly but surely it kept receding, and I kept getting more and more loads of stuff out. The pool was stagnant for an entire year, so it took a lot of pressure washing just to get the main layer of dirt off. By the time I had finished spraying the top, the water was low enough for me to get all the gunk out of the bottom. This was by far the worst part of the whole project. Seriously, be grateful I didn't show you more from that bottom section, because it was terrible. I pressure washed until everything was down in the center, put it in buckets, and removed it from the pool. At this point, my beautiful wife joined me, and we started patching all the holes in the sides and putting up tape to prepare for painting. We grabbed our $220 Wagner Control Pro 130 that we paint everything with, and it works with pool paint as well. This was by far the easiest and most enjoyable part of the project. I painted the pool once and went back over it about 30 minutes later once it had dried a little bit. We let the paint dry overnight before we started filling it again, but let me just remind you, this is what it looked like only a few days before, and this is what it looks like now. There's a little bit of dirt left because the pump's about to be fixed, but guys, doesn't it look so much better?
There's a pool a customer called me on out of Stephenville, Texas. We're going to try to turn this one around through filtering. We've added a little bit of shock and a little bit of muriatic acid. We also broke down their filter and cleaned all of the grids. We'll help the pool circulate better. Then we'll empty each one of the skimmer baskets. Now we continue to let the pool filter, keep the chemical balanced until we can clear it up and give it a good vacuum. I'll stay tuned for part 2.
And looky, another green one. This one's open late because they had a new shed, new plant room and everything. So we Just had to sort it out for them. Get your chemicals in. Loads going in this one because you can see how bad it is. And brush, brush, brush. Happy days.
Okay, so this is part one of me cleaning out this random little pool we found in my sister-in-law's garden. I started by gurneying the sides, but as you can see, that wasn't really working properly. I then found this little scrubbing brush under some leaves, so I decided to use that on the sides. It kind of scraped off the algae a bit better. Scrub, 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 scrub. Rest in peace to my nails. They didn't really like this very much. This is my little doggy checking out the pool, like for part two.
Okay, so part 2 is cleaning off this waterfall feature part. I didn't get a proper before video, but I've already cleaned off the main section. I felt kind of bad ripping out the devil's ivy, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I just started by blowing the leaves off of the rocks, and then went over and pressure washed the rocks to make them look nice and new. Found a random peg. Sorry this one's a bit boring, but like for part 3. Alright guys, finally part 3. Here I am cleaning off the green stuff that came up with the scrubbing brush after scrubbing. And this is me emptying out buckets of water, bucket by bucket. This is what the pond looked like after scrubbing. It's not as clean as I'd hoped it would be. But we also found some concrete, so I decided to give that a wash as well. And this is what the pond ended up looking like once I was done. I'm thinking of painting it. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do.
Okay, so we have our new, I think it's called like A-Pier Smart pool vacuum. I read a ton of reviews on pool vacuums, and this one, I know, this one seemed to be the best bang for its buck, I guess you could say, as far as reviews go. It was about, it was like $260, I think. It's cordless, obviously you charge it and then you put it in. But we can't get over how fast it's going. Like, it's flying. You probably can't tell, but it is going so fast. And it actually goes up quite a ways on the side of the pool, which I was surprised. So I will keep you guys updated on how well she does. I'm impressed so far. So we'll see. Okay. There it is, full up. That was like the first 5 minutes. There's so much junk just from all the rain and trees. So we're gonna dump it and kind of like clean it out, and then we will put it back together and put it back in. Still got a ways to go. Okay, it's full again. So probably just because our pool was super dirty since like just filling it and we've had all these rainstorms. But as you can tell, this is what the pool looks like currently since where we started. And then he's gonna empty it and dump it out again. And we'll do this again. Yep. Ooh, look how full that is. Let's go. Okay, he put it back together. And did you turn it on? You turn it on, you hear it like makes a little beep, and then it fills with water. And then there it goes.
Around. Right away.
There it goes. Oh, it's so fast. Here's what it looks like now. It's full again, so we're gonna change it.